Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to make a start on this Dinky Toys number 23E Speed of the Wind. Plenty of baked beans. On the old number 23E, made between 1936 and 1940, and on the new number 1954 to 1957 on the new number. This, I believe, is one of the last of the old numbers around about 1940 with the grey tyres and the red wheels. So this is what we're looking at today. It's not overly big. It's got the Super Toys the Super Toy tyres on it, round tread. So yeah, we're going to look at this one today. So we'll get it onto the bench and we'll have a look. Okay, we're on the bench, as you can see. Right, what I have done with this already, so you can see the wheels come off because I've done the axles on them. That's the base. Dinky Toys 23E Speed of the Wind. I've drilled the rivets out of these. I wasn't going to take the base off. You don't have to take the base off these. You can just grind off the axles and pull the wheels off. But this was quite rusty base on here, so I thought, well, I didn't want to be spraying this and then flipping loads of rusty dust come out whilst I'm spraying it. So I went ahead and did this. So, and I ground off the axles. Off there to pull them out. Okay, so let's get it apart. Wheels off. That's it, that's the wheels off. Well, pull that axle's a bit tight, that one. There you go, that's off. And the base, you can just hook that out just a second. There you go. Hook the base out. Just as usual, thin, very thin plate. Nothing inside. Now I believe this one, all silver and red at the front there. And red, these are red. There, the dots are red. God knows what they are. And the man, like a tan colour. So we do all that. So that's where we are with this. Okay, that's the body. The axles, I want to clean up. See, they're a bit rusty, look. They want a bit of a clean up. The tyres are about at it. So we'll pull the axles off. Pull them off. Poke the tyres out. They're quite pliable, these, actually, considering. I don't know if they've been replaced at some point or not, but you never know. You never know. Pull them off. That's it, that's another one out. Two. Poke them out of that. Three. I shan't be putting these hubs in the caustic soda because I don't think it does them any good, these cast hubs. Right, so that's all taken apart, axles and everything else. So the kettle's just a second boiled, so I'm going to put you on pause and I'll take you over. I'm going to do the caustic soda in the spray booth with the vent on. I think that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'll put you on pause and I'll be show you in a second. Right, okay. Got the hot water coming in. Might be a bit noisy because the fan's on. So, right, got some hot water in there. Let's get the caustic soda in. There we go. There, I think. got to be easier than safer doing it this way. Should have thought about it before really, but my spray booth's not very wide. But yeah, we should be alright with that. Should be alright with that. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. It's Sunday night here in the UK. I've had visitors today, so I'm going to manage to sneak up here now. Well, look at that. That's virtually gone already. Don't have a lot of paint on there, did it? Okay, the base ain't happy. Yeah, so I'm up here tonight. I've got the fire on. I'm feeling a bit better. So we're in. Right. Okay. We'll get this in the so I'll just put the kettle back. Well, we'll get this in the soapy water and give it a rinse off. Sliding over here, look at that, that's a bit of a spin for me. Okay, we're back. Right, I've got some washing up liquid here, and I want a bit in here because apparently this is concentrate. I nicked it out of the kitchen. Some water. Use the steam. Might have put that all in there. There you go. Right. Give that a little bit of a stir up. I don't see many bubbles. God, solid, stick some more in. Put some more in, give it a stir up. Oh, because I want to put the tyres and that in here as well, I think, might as well. Right, let's get the casting. Get the castings out. There they go. In they go. That's it. They're in. Oh, we're really moving today. I don't really want this to be a long video, just a short one. Yeah. Well, that's pretty clean up. Give it a bit of a wipe over. Yeah. So, I hope you're all looking forward to Christmas. I know I do like a bit of Christmas, I must admit. Yeah. Well, apparently we're supposed to be getting snow, I don't know. So the missus said today on the radio there was supposed to be a lot of snow and blizzards about. That's probably up north anyway. We don't get much here. Because we're quite low lying here. In the fens, or just outside the fens as they call it. The flatlands. Yeah. Pretty good, that one. Pull that out of that. Give it another rinse off. There you go. Get the base out. Yeah. Let's have a look at that base, weren't that good, was it? Oh yeah, it's coming off now. Very thin, this base. Very, very thin. Surprising, if this is the, 1940s, or just thereabouts. It's lasted well. Lasted well. I don't know if you can say the same about the toys of today, whether they'll still be around in 70 odd years' time in this condition. Probably don't think so. So, hats off to you. Hats off to them. Yeah, it's a mucky old crap in it, look. Yeah. Right. Let me get that out there. Okay. A sec. Right. On a roll today, Right, I'm just going to pause it a sec while I get this bench cleared, and then we can have a clean up. Right, we've had a bit of a tidy up, got rid of the kettle. And you have a look now, if you can see that. There she be. Nice and clean. It will be in a minute when I got the rotary tool on it. Right, okay. Switch is on. Let's have a go. I'm not going to do all this on camera because otherwise it takes quite a while to get a nice shine on these things. So we'll get on with it. And we'll have a look then, proper look at the casting. I can see already on the top of there, you see, look at that. I don't know what's that quite happened there, but see the creases and that there. So might have to get a file on that, or not. But yeah, it's coming up pretty clean. Yeah. Yeah, just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Make yourself a cup of tea. Already sorted. I think they're changing. Well, I'm thinking of a name for this channel apart from just my name. I'm not sure. I've got one or two things kicking around. So I'll give them a go and see what happens. Desperate Dan's Diecast, Triple D. That's one of them. Desperate Dan's Junkyard, or Dan's Junkyard. Well, my last name being Dare, obviously. They would call me Dan, or I used to at school, or Desperate, or whatever, you know. So, yeah. Right, I'm going to carry on with this off camera, and I'll come back to you when it's done. All right, we'll have a look at it then, see what the casting is like. Okay, catch you in a bit. That's all the cleaning up done. Went pretty good. I got it on the forceps because I've just cleaned it with methylated spirits. But yeah, I don't know if you can see. I cleaned up this back piece here. Let me just give me something in a minute. There you go. I cleaned all this back piece up. It looks a lot better now, smoother. Without big lumps in it. That side. And this side. Well, increases where everything else. I think it's where they either pulled it out of the mould or inject it in the mould. I don't know, but it was horrible. So I don't know. Cleaned all that up, so it looks better now. So ready for primer. Ready for primer. So that's that one. Base, that's all cleaned up. Inside and out, that's ready for primer. The wheels, I was hoping I might just get away with cleaning them, but they're a bit, if you get close, they're a bit manky, so I'll give them a primer and a coat of paint. The tyres, they come out, these two, I'm going to use again, because we're all right, these two, not too bad. So I'll have two originals on there, but these two, they're not good. That one's all perished, and this one's got a puncture. So that's got to go. So I've got two more, I'll replace them. The axles are cleaned up. So I'm off to priming now. And what I'm going to use after I primed it, the other day I was showing you on one of the videos I did the other day that I bought some real funky green, pine green, in shimmering and metallic. So this one, I went back to the shop and they got a silver. So I thought, that's really what's prompted me to do this car, because I saw that and I thought I'd pick that up, chuck that in the basket. sparkling silver. Hope it ain't going to be all bloody glittery, but no, it should be all right. So I'm going to use this. I was debating whether to do this straight on the casting or put a primer on. And I don't know. I'm just reading the back of it, and it says about rubbing it up and roughing the surface for it to help adhesion. I don't really want to put this on, and then it's bloody crap. So I'll give it a go with a coat of primer first, and then stick this on the top. Okay, so we're off to this paint booth. See you in a minute. Right, here we are, back at the paint booth. Just got a shot of my ugly mush there. Right, ready a bit of spraying. Get the old basic quick squirt first. For that. Right, now the body. Hope you can see that. I difficult. Yeah, give it a good coat that time. Right, there you go. Let that dry overnight, and we'll be able to go to the silver tomorrow. All right. Well, sleep tight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Rightio, we've done the priming. I've done the wheels. I've done the hubs already. And I've done the black base. So we're now going to do the try this silver out. The shimmering metallic. Give it a good old shake. Got the fan on. Got the heater on. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll be all right. Get a bit of distance on it. Woo. Oh yeah, that's sparkly. Look at that. I don't know if I like that. Well, it'll be different. That's for sure. I'm trying to flood it. Yeah, have a look at that. You know, that's not bad. It goes on pretty good. Goes on pretty good. I've covered it. I don't want to flood it. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's not true to the colour. Well, it's silver, but I don't think the original was metallic, but this is going to be metallic. But I think it looks cool. Yeah, okay. Okay, can you see that? Get me face out. Get out of the way, dickhead. Have a look. There you go. Yeah. We'll see it better when we get on the bench. I'll need to let it dry. I don't know. We'll see how it dries, whether it's going to want a lacquer on that, you know. I might get away without putting a lacquer on that. I'll have a look when it's dried off. Right, I'll put that on the the helping hands. Keep it upright. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's all dry now, so not a lot I can do about it now, so I have to wait till later now. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, okay. No, this shimmering silver is not for this car. If you have a look, it's dried. I'm holding the camera in my hand and this and that, and you can see this is a bit small for this type of paint. Well, it's worth a go. Worth a go, as you can see. It looks very, some people might like it, but I think it's too much for this. If the car was bigger, then maybe it will probably stand it, but to be honest with you, I think you can see better there, look. That's real close, look. I think even with a coat of lacquer on it, it's going to stand out too much. So I'm going to overpaint this with some proper silver. See if we get rid of that. I'm not going to strip it if I can help it. I'm just going to give it a coat of silver paint over the top. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Right, I've gone over that shimmering metallic silver, as you saw just a few minutes ago. It was a bit harsh. So what I've done is just gone over with a can of ordinary silver. I didn't bother taking the old off. I thought I'd just go over the top. So what it's done basically, if you have a close look, if I can see that in this light, it's toned it down. Really, really toned it down nicely. And it's got a couple of coats of lacquer on there. Look at the shine on that. Look. A couple of coats of lacquer on that as well. And I've gone and put the red details on the nose. Don't know what they are, whether they're lights or what. I ain't got a clue. And I painted the man. He looks like Darth Vader because he's got no features at all, just a blob. So he's in there. Now these are exhaust ports. So I didn't paint red. If I was going to paint them, I'd paint them black. But yeah, so it came out nice in the end. You can see that shining there, look. And that better at the top there. That's come out quite nice and smooth. Got a nice finish on that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is it's all dry, so I'm going to put it together. I'm going to pin over the axles because I'll have a look, see if I can do it on camera or not. Because if I start banging on this bench, it's going to vibrate, camera's going to fall over and stuff. So I'll have a quick look. If I think I can do it without too much vibration, I'll do it on camera. It's only 2 small axles and we all know how to do it. Alright, so hold on a second, I'll be back. Right, yeah, I did it off camera. It was shaking about a little bit on the camera. That's hubs on. So we'll sort out the base now, sort that base out. See what we can do with that. You can. Yeah, so it's turned out quite nice. I mean, I will use that that paint again, but on something slightly bigger. It's quite nice, actually. But it wasn't for this model, I'm afraid. It certainly wasn't for this model. Right, okay, just a second, just adjust this on here. Didn't need that. Squirt it out of me. Right, get upside down. Let's put some in here. Whoops. A bit too much, wasn't it? It was a bit too much. What do you reckon the chances of getting a bit out of there? Right, base plate. I think it went around this way.